AI presentation tools are everywhere now, but honestly, most of them still feel like basic AI slide generators. You type a prompt, wait a few seconds, and get standard slides that still need a lot of editing afterward. But what if presentations felt more dynamic instead of just page-by-page slides? And what if you could turn documents, research papers, or even websites into presentations almost automatically? Welcome back to Nextcope AI, your shortcut to the smartest AI tools. A while ago, I made a comparison between AIPPT.com and Gamma to test how these AI presentation tools actually perform in real workflows. Today, we're going deeper into one specific feature inside AIPPT.com that honestly feels very different from traditional AI slide generation. And that feature is dynamic slides. Instead of normal slide-by-slide presentations, AIPPT.com creates a seamless scrolling presentation experience that feels much more modern for storytelling, reports, educational content, and research presentations. So today, I want to properly test the workflow and see how useful this actually is in real-world use. So here we are inside AIPPT.com. And right away, you can see the option called Generate Dynamic Slides. This is the feature I really wanted to focus on today. For this example, I'll create a presentation about the future of AI content creation. Generate. Now, instead of building classic PowerPoint pages, AIPPT.com creates this connected scrolling layout where everything flows together naturally. And visually, this already feels very different from traditional presentations. Honestly, this works much better for storytelling, timelines, research reports, case studies, or educational explanations, because the content feels more continuous instead of fragmented slide by slide. And if you present online often, this style looks much more modern. Now let's move into something much more practical. One of the biggest features highlighted in this workflow is document importing. And honestly, this is probably what most people will use the most. Because instead of manually building slides from scratch, I can upload a real file directly into AIPPT.com. So for this test, I'll upload a PDF report. Generate. Now the platform automatically converts the document into structured slides while keeping the information organized. And this saves a huge amount of time, especially for students, business presentations, research reports, client work, or academic projects. Instead of copying everything manually into PowerPoint, the workflow becomes upload to generate to refine much faster. And honestly, this is where AI presentation tools become actually useful. Now, another feature I wanted to test is import from URL. This one is actually very interesting, because instead of uploading a document, I can simply paste a web page link. For example, a Notion page, Wikipedia article, research source, online report, or blog post. So for this demo, I'll paste a web page directly into AIPPT.com. Generate. Now the AI analyzes the page and converts the information into presentation slides automatically. And honestly, this is extremely useful for research workflows. The brief specifically mentions sources like Notion, Wikipedia, CNN, Forbes, and Nature. So instead of manually copying information section by section, the platform builds the presentation structure for you. That's a massive time saver. Now, one workflow that makes a lot of sense here is combining Google Scholar with AIPPT.com, because usually academic presentations take forever to build. You research sources, download papers, copy information, then manually turn everything into slides. But now the workflow becomes much simpler. Find the research, import the document or URL, generate the presentation, and continue refining it. Honestly, for students or researchers, this could save hours. Now, visually, this is where the difference becomes obvious. Traditional presentations still feel very separated. Slide 1, Slide 2, Slide 3. Everything feels disconnected, but dynamic slides feel much more fluid. The scrolling layout creates a smoother storytelling experience, especially for presentations with a lot of information. And honestly, presentation flow matters more than people think. Because good presentations are not only about design, they're also about how naturally the information is delivered, and visually, dynamic slides feel much more modern than traditional PowerPoint formatting. Now let's talk about workflow speed. Normally, creating presentations manually means researching, copying information, formatting slides, adjusting layouts, and reorganizing everything. That process can easily take hours. But with AIPPT.com, the workflow becomes topic to generate, document to generate, URL to generate. That's a huge difference in efficiency, especially if you constantly create presentations for work, school, or content creation. And because AIPPT.com supports more pages and a wide variety of templates, the results already feel much more complete from the start. Now, obviously, like any AI tool, you'll still want to review and refine your final presentation depending on your audience. But honestly, the biggest strength here is workflow reduction. AIPPT.com is not just trying to generate slides, it's trying to reduce the entire presentation building process. And dynamic slides genuinely make the final result feel different from standard AI presentation tools, especially visually. So overall, I think dynamic slides are one of the most interesting features AIPPT.com has added, because instead of only generating basic PowerPoint slides, the platform is trying to modernize the presentation experience itself. You can create presentations from topics, documents, URLs, research sources, and online content, while keeping the workflow much faster and much more visual. And honestly, for students, creators, freelancers, teams, and researchers, that can save a huge amount of time. If you want to try AIPPT.com yourself, I'll leave the link in the description. You can test the Dynamic Slides workflow, import documents or web pages, and see how fast you can turn ideas into presentations. And if you want to upgrade to the Pro version to unlock the full AI features we covered, there's also a discount code you can use. Just go to the pricing page, choose the plan that fits you best, then click Upgrade Now. At checkout, look for the coupon or discount code box, enter Nexscope20 and click Apply. You'll see the price drop by 20% instantly. So if you want full access to features like dynamic slides and document import at a better price, the link and the code are both in the description below. Let me know what you'd use AIPPT.com for: research, business, or content creation.
Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more smart AI tools. This is Nexscope AI. See you in the next one.